Hey guys, I am back and today I am going to be doing another palette bingo featuring a shade from my Pan Those Eyeshadows series. So if you haven't watched my Pan Those Eyeshadows series, I'll link the playlist down below. My second update just went up and I'm seeing some good progress so far, but today I wanted to spotlight the shade from my NARS Ignited palette. Unfortunately, this palette is no longer available. I think you can still find it on like eBay or something like that, but it's no longer being sold by NARS. It was limited edition, but some of their palettes kind of look similar, so you might be able to recreate this look at home if you have a different NARS palette. And I'm featuring the shade Supernova, which is this orange satin that has a pink shift to it. So that's the shade Supernova. And I'm going to roll 3 or 4 more random shades, and then we're going to create an eye look. I am excited about this one because unlike the last two that I did, I feel like this one has more variety in the color story, so there's a good chance we might pull something that I'm not expecting or have to, you know, make something work that I wouldn't have chosen to do before. So without much further ado, let's hop straight into this palette bingo. I'm going to randomly generate 3 numbers between 1 and 11. So I'm just gonna skip number 5, which is that Supernova shade. So 1 and 11. And I'm going to pull, let's start with 3 numbers. So I got 1, 11, and 5. So 1 is going to be the shade. Normally I look at this palette like this, so I want this to be 1. So we'll have, but this palette doesn't bend back all the way. So 1 is going to be the shade Hamamit 1. The way NARS names some of their shades, I swear. Then shade 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, silly me. 5 is going to be the matte brown below it, which is Sophia. And then 11 is going to be the deep purpley sparkly shade in the lower right hand corner, which is Point Noir. Okay, so that is our color story so far. Let's fix this. So I had 1, which was this shade, Hamamit 1, 5, which was this shade, Sophia, and then 11, which is this shade, Point Noir. And I'm gonna roll 1 more shade just to really, you know, try something new. And I got 10, which is going to be this shade right here, which is Fuse. Oh, I love this shade. These two are such beautiful eyeshadows. Okay, I've honestly never paired any of the oranges with either of these shades before, so I think we're going to be able to make something fun here. So I'm going to be a little boring and start with Hamamit 1 in the crease. I have some concealer over my lids and I do not feel like priming and doing all of that. Actually, I'm gonna move you in just a little bit closer. There we go, and now I can see better what I'm doing, and also I can pull you back out after I get the finished look. And then I'm just going to build up the shade Sophia, that darker matte brown, on the outer corner, or like the outer half of the lid and the crease. These mattes are definitely a little bit powdery, but not necessarily in a bad way, just kind of in an Anastasia Beverly Hills way. I'm just gonna wipe off that brush and then just go back in with the lighter brown shade and just very lightly diffuse all of that. For a while last spring, I was using this palette non-stop. And then I kind of fell out of it over the summer because I started doing Pan Those Eyeshadows, and I was trying to focus in on my Pan That palette, and so I'm definitely happy to be reaching back into it. One thing this palette doesn't have is a matte cream shade, so I am just going to take the matte cream from my Pan That palette and just clean up this side. I feel like this little area is my problem area. I either go too ham and I get shadow everywhere, or I can't get the shadow to blend well in the area that I want it to. So it's kind of sometimes easier just to go a little ham and just get everywhere, but it's what it is. I'm gonna go in with this shader brush and the darker brown shade, and I'm just going to run it along the lower lash line. And now it's time for the fun part. I'm going to take this flat brush in the shade Supernova, and I'm just going to pick some up and press it directly onto my lid. I want this orange to be really bright, like the star of this look, since it's such a pretty color. Now I'm going to take a little bit of Point Noir on this flat brush, and I'm just going to press it right into my lower lash line, like directly where the lashes come out of my skin, my eye. Gonna then now we're going in with the pencil brush, because why not? And a little bit of MAC Fix Plus. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to pick up a little bit more of that Point Noir. There we go. Super little baby wing. Okay, and now what am I gonna do? I think I'm gonna take a little bit of that last shade. I think it was Fuse. Yeah, Fuse. And again, flat little brush. Again, MAC Fix Plus. MAC Fix Plus. Words are just not my friend today. And pick up just a little bit of it and put it on the inner corner. That shade's just like so dimensional. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of it and I'm just going to tap it kind of over the center of my lid. Okay, I'm just throwing some mascara, finish my face, and I'll be right back. So here is the finished look. I am super happy with how it turned out. I think that you can still see the orange really well, but taking that almost like multi-chromatic, very sparkly shade and dabbing it all over as like a topper turned out really pretty. I love the little wing, and yeah, I think this is really pretty. It turned out more purple than I was expecting, but I'm definitely okay with that. I think it looks so nice, and another success from Palette Bingos. So if you are interested in getting caught up on my Pan Those Eyeshadow series and you want to see more with this palette, I will link that down below. And other than that, I hope you are having an incredible, awesome day wherever you are, and that I get to see you in a future video. Thanks, guys!